how the Supreme Court may cut any potential increase to Social Security benefits. We've had a major change in policy just in the last couple days, and as always, it's likely going to impact Social Security benefit checks and all benefits administered by the Social Security Administration for well over 70 million beneficiaries. Well, things are changing very rapidly, and I want to break down the details for you here in this video because so far this year, we've seen some numbers coming in looking like, wow, we're likely going to see a pretty nice raise to benefits announced a little bit later this year. However, this major policy change here that we just got the other day is also going to likely completely reduce that increase to benefits. What? Throw us a bone already. Yeah, I know, right? It feels that way, but let's talk through the details about this because there's a lot of moving parts. There's still a lot of things that are up in the air right now, but I'm going to break it down and talk about how this decision coming out is likely going to impact Social Security benefits going forward. All right, so we just heard out the other day from the U.S. Court of International Trade rule that said the tariffs that were implemented by the president and the administration are unlawful. In other words, can't do it. He broke the rules. He broke the law. He cannot independently or unilaterally implement these tariffs. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, it means that they're repealing the tariffs that the president put on during Liberation Day, and basically since then, all this negotiation back and forth, the reciprocal tariffs that we've all heard about, apparently can't do it. Okay, the courts have ruled, can't do it. It's against the law. We're repealing them. Okay. Now, it all goes to the Supreme Court, right? They're going to duke it out in the first Supreme Court, and they're going to bring all the details about this. Okay, but what does this have anything to do with Social Security, right? It sounds like this has nothing to do with Social Security whatsoever. It actually does. Okay, here's why. Let's break down the details of this. Okay, what have I been saying for the last, 3 months or so, 2 months or so? When it comes down to these tariffs, I've been saying, get ready. We're going to be seeing price increases on goods and services at our stores because of the tariffs, right? Who is going to pay for that? We are. You know this. We've already talked about it. You've probably heard it in other sources as well. We're going to be the ones who pay for the tariffs. It's going to show up at the prices on the store shelves. The end consumer, you and me and everybody else out there, are going to be the ones that pay for the tariffs. Okay, we get that. But what does that mean? With the tariffs, we're likely going to see higher prices. Higher prices means higher inflation. Higher inflation means a higher CPIW. A higher CPIW means a higher COLA. Does all that make sense? I know, a lot of moving parts here. But here's the situation. If they really do come forward, the Supreme Court and, these different courts that are out there, and rule that, yes, the tariffs are unlawful, they cannot have these tariffs, we're going to repeal and pull back all the tariffs. Does that simply mean that, if that's the case, no more tariffs? You would think then as well, no more price increases, right? You would think so. But also, the tariffs over the last couple months have given retailers a really good excuse to come in and raise their prices, like we heard out of Walmart, 2 weeks ago now or something like that, give or take a little bit, about 2 weeks ago, we heard out of Walmart and we've heard out of many other retailers, hey, we're going to raise prices because of the tariffs. Okay, it's been a really, really good opportunity. If they've wanted to raise prices, this is a great idea to do it, or I shouldn't say idea, a great opportunity to do it, and then they can point the finger and say, well, look, it's them. It's the tariffs that are doing it, not us. We have to maintain our margins and stay in business, right? So it's been a really great opportunity if they wanted to raise their prices to do it over the last couple months. Okay, so if they really do roll the tariffs back and they're not going to be a thing anymore, that means inflation probably won't increase. I mean, obviously we're going to see some impacts, but it's not going to be nearly the impact that we've thought it was going to be. If inflation does not increase, that means, it means that the CPIW is not going to increase. If the CPIW does not increase, well then, that means we're not going to get a COLA nearly to the extent that we were thinking. Because based on the few data points that we've received so far this year out of the inflation reports, the CPI reports, Consumer Price Index inflation reports that come out right around the middle of the month, as those have been rolling out, we've been coming in saying, look at the numbers here, look at the data. We're moving higher. The trajectory on inflation is moving higher. The forecasts on the COLA raise for the following year are also coming in higher and higher because of the implementation of the tariffs. You see how this is coming in? So if all those are gone, we don't really have a catalyst anymore to drive prices higher and to drive the COLA higher. Now, when you look at this whole situation, you think like, wait, we're stepping over dollars to pick up pennies. It doesn't make any sense here, right? Or maybe I shouldn't say pennies because those are going to be gone very soon, right? Or I shouldn't say gone, but they're no longer going to be minted anymore, right? So maybe I should say we're stepping over dollars to pick up nickels because they're not going to be pennies anymore, right? Anyway, point being is that you're right. So as we see higher prices, that means the depletion of purchasing power of our dollars. The $1 that we have, prices go up, buys us less goods and services, means depletion of purchasing power. Got it. We've talked about that many times before in other videos. So it's kind of like, well, isn't this a good thing at the end of the day? It is. It is a good thing because that means no more higher prices. Inflation should come down faster. And that means that, yes, at the same time, we would not be getting a higher raise to our benefit in the form of a COLA. So I guess when you really look at it, you feel like you kind of have to weigh the different odds in the situations here. What's better? High inflation, high prices, and a higher COLA, or let me add into that as well, and depletion of purchasing power, or steady prices, static prices, lower inflation, lower COLA, or like no COLA essentially is what it would come down to, and possibly the maintenance of or the integrity of purchasing power. Which one is better? Well, honestly, depends on how you look at it, but realistically, if we really had to be honest about this, what would really be better would be static prices, as in prices not rising, or even going down would be better. Obviously, lower prices are always better, as well as maintenance of purchasing power, and that situation, and which also translates into a lower COLA. So, I mean, unless you're like really rooting for a huge COLA, I wouldn't be looking for a huge COLA this year. If anything, I'd be looking for like a little bit higher than what we've seen over the last couple of years. But this could completely derail this whole high COLA situation because of no more tariffs, meaning no more prices going to be increasing. They shouldn't be. Why would they be? Right? If anything, they should be coming down because inflation's coming down and the tariffs are rolled back, things like that. So, interesting concept, but this is where we're at right now. Now, one more quick question that I have, which I don't have the answer to yet, which is, okay, what about all the retailers that have already raised their prices because of the COLAs? Or sorry, because of the tariffs? Are they going to be giving that money back and saying, just kidding, we're going to lower our prices now because the tariffs are now off? That means we can lower our prices back down to where they were. And I think I'd be a fool if I thought that was going to be the case, right? I think we would be all, I don't think we'd be being honest right now if we thought that they were going to lower their prices because tariffs are not on anymore. I think we can all know where that's going to happen. Prices will just stay right where they are. Oh, we had to do a one-time price adjustment. Yeah, interesting time. Anyway, I just want to bring this to your attention really quickly. We'll have to see here. It's still a very much fluid situation. We don't know how this whole thing's going to play out yet fully. We have some ideas, but this is kind of where we're at right now. Anyway, if you're enrolled in Medicare, make sure to do yourself a huge favor. Make sure to connect with the trusted advisors right here with that phone number. That's your exclusive phone number for all of you right here in this community to get help with your Medicare. Again, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part D, Medicare Medigap plans, whatever it happens to be. Check out all those. They have the access to them. 20,000 plans. They're helping you here in this community navigate all those. And by the way, they've already helped thousands and thousands and thousands of you here in this community. It's absolutely incredible. I've seen all the numbers about it. It's absolutely amazing. Thousands of you have called that phone number right there, connected with a trusted advisor, and received some assistance on your Medicare, again, supplement, Medigap plan, Part D plan, Medicare Advantage, or if you're enrolling in Medicare because you're turning 65 or if you're retiring, they're helping you right there. Totally free. Free service for those of you here in this community. Absolutely incredible. Please take advantage of it. And when you call, bring your list of questions on Medicare. We've all got a list of questions. Call them. Totally fine. and have them answer your questions. Bring them all your questions, okay? Anyway, they're going to look through the 20 plus thousand plans across the country to find you the best plan at the best price with the best coverages and the best fit for you and your personal needs. We all need something very, very different. Anyway, they're going to look through those plans to find you the best plan so you can see the doctors you want, the providers you want to see, the networks you want to be within, the offices, the clinics you want to visit, as well as the prescription needs if you have any at all. Whatever it is that you need, they're going to find you your best options for what you personally need. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, join the other thousands of people that called them already and establish that communication. Let them review your plan. You may be way overpaying and you probably don't even know it. You may get way better coverages and you don't even know the plans that are out there. That's the power of having a knowledgeable professional. Those advisors right there do all that work for you and having access to all those plans. Anyway, quick little pro tip as well. Annual enrollment is going to be here before you know it. It's not that many months away. Establish that communication now, because when annual enrollment opens up, 70 million seniors are going to be doing the same thing. Do you think they're going to be a little swamped? Do you think they're going to be busy? Absolutely. So if you communicate with them now, establish that communication now, you can get everything set up so that when annual enrollment rolls around, you're not trying to race around and connect with somebody. It's just a matter of literally pushing a button. Boink, got yourself a better plan. Awesome. Great. That's amazing, right? Save yourself a ton of time. And then when you're on the books with them for annual enrollment, you're there, the front of the line. You're there. You're already established at the front of the line. Seriously, give them a call. Phone number's right there for you. Totally free. The team of trusted advisors. It'll help you. Seriously. A ton of you have received a ton of help. But by the way, the average senior is saving $1,100 from calling them and getting a free conversation. Seriously, that's the average savings, by the way. It's not guaranteed whatsoever, but that's the average. So yeah, seriously, give them a call. Otherwise, who do you know? Just think of 1, 2, or 3 people that you know, friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, coworkers, parents, neighbors down the street, neighbors down the hall, your favorite cashier at the local grocery store or pharmacy, the postal worker, garbage man, recycling man, whatever it happens to be. Make sure to share that with them as well so they can also get some assistance with their Medicare. Otherwise, if you're new here, if you've not done so, please consider subscribing. Big subscribe button down below the video. Please share this video as well. Big share button down below. Check out the other nearly 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand selected for you down below in the description or popping up on your screen. In just a minute, you'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one. And I'll catch you again later in the next